Hello, we are here for one more lesson of this AxisVM training course. The topic for today will be something called the table browser. This is not really a command, it's a functionality, so it's a tool that we have to help displaying results and to compile all the information regarding a couple of topics in the same place. So it's a table, the name says it. It's a place where we can have all the information related to results, to tables, everything it is compiled and joined in the same place. To show you a little about this table browser, I'm using the same model that you've seen already in this training course, so it's a very simple model. For this example, it's not very important what it is, simply having a model to display some information. So, table browser can be displayed in two ways. First one, it is click on the F12 key and you get this small dialog box where we can define the display options. So simply OK, and we have this, as you can see here, table browser big window. Or you can come directly to the icon, which is this one here. We get the same small dialog box with these display options, and after we say OK, we get this bigger dialog box. So basically, this is a place showing data in the format of tables. So AxisVM uses these tables to display numerical information on the screen. And having this information on screen, we can change the formatting of what it is being displayed. So we can use this in many different ways. For sure, trying it and dealing with it, you will find different uses. So all tables are displayed here. We have basically results, informations from the software, and we can go a little over this list here. For example, the model data, where we can have things about this model in particular, which is a very simple model, but it's not the issue of being simple or not. It's important to understand that the information it is displayed here. So we have some characteristics that are compiled in this area here. And it is important also to understand that in this part of the window, it is displayed the information related only with the current selection. So what you select here, it is displayed on this right side. So elements, also nodal supports, so everything it is displayed on this side. Loads, also everything. Then we come to this place of the results. So all the possible results are also listed under here. Let us see one or two examples. For example, on a linear analysis, the load case, the self-weight, and you get all the nodal displacements. You can come, all the results are here. It is interesting to notice also that we have a color code for the results, for minimum values, maximum values. So as you can see, we have in this particular table a blue color, a red color. So there are a couple of interesting features also to promote a more clear view of what it is being displayed. So this concept can be applied to all of these things also, okay, with a lot of different possibilities to to work with the table. And finally, we have also compiled here tables for libraries. For example, cross-section libraries. Let's open one of the items, not very important. Regarding eye shapes, we have in this particular family. So we have the shapes with all the characteristics per shape, okay, per profile in this particular case, with the color code I've mentioned also already. We can manage these, for example, adding new profiles, new shapes, and inserting old characteristics. We can deal with this also editing what is going on in this shape, so we can edit this. It's an open place, so we can deal with this. And we have a couple of functions in these menus. Most of them are more or less easy to understand, so we can, for example, in terms of the results, maybe easier to pass. Okay, I don't want to change this. So we can export the results, for example, in these different formats. Example, save as HTML. Let's try to save one. And minimizing this, we have a file created under here. And as you can see, we have that same table that was chosen in HTML format. So it's a possibility also to export the information to somewhere outside the software. We can create also new tables, so we can create a new cross-section table in this example, giving the characteristics and then inserting all the different informations needed to fulfill the table. We can also, for example, select a table and then work with these in terms of copy and sending it to other page, for example, for an Excel spreadsheet. We can deal with this also in terms of the settings. They call it here the format. So, but they can we can define some display options in terms of the results, extremes, whatever it is. So we can define what we want to see. And finally, we can also deal with this in terms of the report. So we can create a report. We can connect this to something called the report maker, which is a functionality that we will see in the next lesson, and create a report from this data. So this is also interlinked. And it depends a little on the type of information we are displaying here, so that we have different possibilities and different options also, either to display it, to choose the columns, to organize information. So multiple things are possible. This is not very complex to deal with, but I think the best way for each one of you it is to start dealing with these, trying a couple of examples, and to analyze the information and how to deal with information in this table browser. As usual, if you have any questions, any problems, let us know, and we will give you all the necessary support.